Hey everyone, I don't know if you heard, but...
Oh, it is a big day for Star Wars fans here. Very excited. Obi-Wan Kenobi finally dropping on Disney+.
Of course I was excited about the show as soon as it was announced. I remember at D23 when Ewan McGregor came on stage with Kathleen Kennedy and this happened.
Ewan?
Yes?
Are you going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi again?
Yes.
Obi-Wan's my favorite character.
Hey man, you look like a Star Wars fan, no offense.
As soon as the first 2 episodes dropped, I turned on Disney Plus, I watched them. It's no secret that Obi-Wan is on Tatooine. If you saw the end of Revenge of the Sith, or if you've seen the original movie, you know he's watching over Luke.
Ben Kenobi? Boy, am I glad to see you.
But I feel like Obi-Wan has a severe case of
post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, will affect some 8 million Americans this year.
And you know what? It's very common. Now, for the record, I'm not a doctor.
Hi, everybody!
Hi, Dr. Nick!
I'm not a psychologist. What I'm getting at is Obi-Wan is struggling with the past, and we often do. He's overanalyzing everything that happened with him, Anakin.
I have the high ground!
And I've done that. In relationships and jobs, even when I edit videos, sometimes I overanalyze stuff. Here's my experience. I'm going to share it with you. When I moved to Washington, I was lucky to get a transfer. I worked at Starbucks inside of a Target, but I had something horrible, something that made me really doubt myself. I had this coworker who pretty much sabotaged everything I did. And granted, you know, I had been working for Starbucks for almost a year at that point. So I knew how to make drinks. I knew what I was doing. But this woman would literally throw out the mocha in front of me and in front of customers, throw drinks, and just yell at me and being like,
California, you did it wrong.
It was really hard on me mentally. You know, like I said, I was in a very dark place. My world was ripped apart. I didn't know anything about Washington. I just knew about a trip that I took years ago with an ex-girlfriend. We went to Seattle and Portland to visit her family. But I didn't know anything. I was a stranger in a strange land. Just having that struggle every day when I was going to work, I had panic attacks where my hands stopped working before I even started my shift. You know, it was very stressful. And when you see Obi-Wan in the first 2 episodes fighting, and he's not, as one of my friends said, super Obi-Wan, it's because he's having depression. Depression will fuck you up, to be honest. You know, it will kill you inside, and Obi-Wan is having a hard time with that. And as we saw at the end of episode 2 of this show, there's a big obstacle. I was in a very dark place. I didn't want to live anymore, to be honest. I know I've talked about depression before, but moving to Washington was very, very dark for me. And I feel like Obi-Wan is in a spot where his only motivation for going with life is to take care of Luke eventually. That's his prime objective. Very much like mine was to take care of, you know, like very much mine was to take care of Yogi, my sweet little Yogi the pug. But what's important is we have to understand where someone's coming mentally, you know, and I feel like depression is a serious issue. I was lucky that my target team leads saw something was going on and I got transferred to a new department. But honestly, I still, anytime I smell mocha, especially fresh mocha made from Starbucks, it triggers me. You know, I used to be a big Starbucks, you know, give me that green tea latte, give me a caramel macchiato, extra caramel. But I can't drink that stuff anymore because it really triggers a memory. And, you know, what I'm trying to get at on this video is explaining that Obi-Wan is going through stuff. He needs a new hope. And now, this is where my crazy tinfoil hat comes on. So, part of the spoilers where I'm going to be talking about is the big cameo that we saw from a very young Princess Leia, which the actress nails it perfectly. I don't care what anyone says. she is Low Princess Leia that we know, and eventually she will be that badass rebel soldier that we all fell in love with. And there's so much Padme in her, which is something else that Obi-Wan has a hard time acknowledging, that someone that he cared about, not romantically, but someone that was a really close friend of him, because of his failure, because of everything that happened, is no longer with us. And I think that's adding also stress. Like when he sees Leia, it reminds him a lot of Padme. But anyway, I digress. This young Leia character gets captured by a bounty hunter played by Needles from Back to the Future.
What's the matter?
AKA Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But what if Bail Organa contacting Obi-Wan and telling him, look, you have to rescue her?
I'm not the man you remember.
Well, you're going to have to be.
But what if Leia becomes that new hope? That hope for Obi-Wan to rise against everything that he's going through, all the struggles, that makes him realize that he is important in the universe. He is important to Luke. He's important to the Galactic Senate, who's trying to take down the Empire. What if he realizes that he is such a crucial part of this universe and he needs to survive? PTSD is a very hard thing to go through. Emotionally makes you want to be a hermit. I can talk about this show for hours and hours, and when I wrote my script, I didn't even write anything about episode 3, which dropped the other day. I'm loving it. I think it's important to show that our characters have flaws and not be these perfect super being that everything is honky-dory with them. Once again, thank you for watching this crazy little YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow about mental health and pop culture. Don't be a Karen. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Something that's really important to me is there's a pug yelling. Yeah. Something that's... Guys, stop. Papa needs to record.